Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Paper Happenicity with Monica. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area of Queensland on the east coast of Australia. Today I'm doing a really quick video to just as a tutorial for this card here that we'll be doing in my class this coming weekend. It's a fun fold. Inspired by Nancy Thompson from Create with Nancy. She just does hers a little bit different. She uses 12 by 12 DSP and I've actually used 12 by 12 cardstock because I wanted to use, is it the Timeless Plaid DSP, and that only comes in 6 by 6, so I had to kind of modify everything to be able to use that because we wanted to, because my class is a fun fold class, hence Nancy's inspiration, but I wanted to use I wanted to have an Easter theme, and I've used the Timeless Plaid DSP along with the Storybook Moments pop out bits and pieces. The dies, the circle dies, are the Spotlight on Nature dies. I'm not quite sure whether they are going to be still available moving forward. I'm actually doing this prior to knowing what's on the last chance list. But anyway, let's move on. I will leave that here. I will also link Nancy's video underneath here, underneath this in the description box. So if you want to go and check hers out, if you click on more, and then probably you'll need to click on that more again to see the full description box, and it'll be linked down there just to show you the difference, but it's basically the same. Okay, so I'm going to need a card base that's 12 by 4 inches. I apologize in advance for inches. I work in inches. For those, yeah, I'm not even going to try and convert. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we need to then score at 3/4, 3.5, and 8 3/4, and that's going to get our card base. And I will just grab my bone folder and we will, yep, that goes that way. And this folds under this way. And then this folds this way. And I just want to run my bone folder along this edge here because it's just a little bit weird because it's been cut. Okay, so that's basically our card. That will go under there like that. All right, so we're getting this happening. Now this section here, you can either cut it off or you can leave it there and have it as a trim like I have here. And this is the DSP that we're using. So for this side here, we're going to need a piece that's 2.5 across by 3 3/4, and that just fits in there nice and neatly like that. So I've got bits and pieces here everywhere. I'm going to actually glue that down when I find my glue. And then the DSP on the right side is 3 inches across and 3 3/4 long or high, or And then we've got to fold this over and put this on this side. So that will be the front. Now, like I said, this little section here, you can either trim it off or you can fold it over. I'm going to fold it over. So I'm going to just glue that down. I'm just going to hold that for a little bit. Okay, and that's glued down. Now this also needs a second base, and that's because on Nancy's card she uses DSP, so she and DSP isn't as quite as sturdy as cardstock, but I still wanted to add that in there because it adds a nice border. So that little piece, I've called it the platform, the cardstock platform, and it measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Now I've cut it down to 4 1/8 because that will give me a quarter section of our A4 cardstock. If you're in the US and you want the same border as we've got here with the DSP, you would cut this piece to 5 1/2. No. Yes, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, which is your regular card base. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm confusing everyone. Right, so I'll go through that again. For us in the South Pacific and Europe, because we're using A4 cardstock, it doesn't really matter, I'll go this way. Because we're using A4 cardstock, and I'm a bit miserly because our cardstock has actually just gone up in price. So I'm really trying to keep things or plan my card making a little bit better. So for that reason, this section is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, which is just the 4 1/8 is a half of our A4 width. For those in the US, you would cut yours to 5 1/2 and 4 1/4, which is a regular quarter sized card base size. All right. So you've glued that on so that's equal top and bottom. And we have this pretty little thing happening here. Okay. Spotlight on Nature Dies. I've cut out a larger circle in Daffodil Delight, and then a smaller one in white, and that just pulls in that cardstock color that's already been used. You can use whatever coordinates with your DSP. There's no wrong or right. With this one, I have really gently ink blended some misty blue ink in the background, and then stamped Easter Blessings. I think that's quite old sentiment there from a stamp set, possibly Itty Bitty Greetings or something like that from quite a while ago. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do, I need to find, let's go this way. So we're going to put this down here, find the middle, equal, give or take, and we're going to add glue just to the left-hand side. Okay. Don't go right to the edge, especially with these dies, because the glue will actually come through those little gaps that are there. All right, we're going to now glue that on. I'm just going to hold that down. And then this one, we're going to just glue that over the top like that. Now, I'm not actually going to glue that down, but it's just a matter of glue over the whole circle, because we're going to stick that right on top like that, and then that's your card. Now, if you wanted to, you can also come inside. You'll have this circle here, but you can also decorate this to however you like. If you've got some DSP left over, you might want to put another. I do have a little piece here, so that would look quite nice filled up in there. Might actually do that. So that was the right side. So we're going to get I need a 3-inch piece here. You can really decorate it however you like. Add a little bit of stamping, add a greeting. And then I've just seen this and I'm thinking, oh, should I put the flowers? Let's do that. And that's the other thing with this. You could have, I'll just stick this in, and that will just give everyone a nice little surprise when they open it. So you could have easily have put one color and then one, like you could have done this and have that. That would have been nice, or vice versa. And that's the beauty of the Stampin' Up! Papers. They've got usually have great designs either side, and it's really hard to pick which one you like. But there we go. All right, guys, that's it. Just something really, I just wanted to get that out so that, because I've got a few kits going out in the mail, and I wanted to have a video showing how to put this one together. The other card that is with the kit is based on the Color Inspiration card that I did last week. I don't have it with me, but it's the Z Fold card that I did, and the second card for my class is based on that card. So go and find that one. I will link. No, I won't link that one down below. It'll be there in my Color Inspiration playlist. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. There's a lot about to drop in the Stampin' Up! World. We have a new catalogue coming out. There is a last chance product list about to drop. Beginning of the month, there'll be new kits in the online store, and I'm not sure what else. I'm not sure, but there's a lot happening. So I will try and keep up to date with it on my Facebook page for everyone. Okay, all right. Mwah. Love yous all, and see you again next time. Bye for now.